Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, for families here in the greater Baton Rouge area that are living with Down syndrome, they need resources and they need support. And there's an organization here that's giving them both of those. It's the Up 21 Foundation. And here to tell us more about it is Cole Landry. Welcome back to the show, Cole.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Obviously a great cause. It's great work you're doing. But for folks who might not be familiar with the foundation, tell me a little bit about how it came to be and what the mission of the foundation is.
Sure, yeah, the Up 21 Foundation stands for Understanding People with Trisomy 21, which is Down syndrome. And the mission of the foundation is to provide support and education for families of individuals with Down syndrome and to foster an environment so that the individuals with Down syndrome can achieve their full potential in their community. The foundation has been together for about 3 years now, and we finally, our main purpose was to bring in the Down Syndrome Education International Conference, and this year, this past September, actually, we were able to bring in that conference to Covington, Louisiana, and it was a big event for the foundation. It was a 2-day event where we brought in teachers, specialists of people with Down syndrome, and even parents to get in there and learn how to teach and educate people or individuals with Down syndrome. So it was a huge success for us.
Tell me a little bit about how it was that you came to be involved with that and why that's such an important cause to you.
Well, it kind of hits home. My Aunt Cassie they had a daughter, Brennan, with Down syndrome about 6 years ago, and just seeing her and being around her and just seeing how she lights up a room and just seeing how special she was, it kind of hit me senior year of high school. Me and my cousin Tyler we wanted to try and give back, and we're big outdoorsmen, and we found a way to kind of relate fishing to how we can actually help out the foundation, and we've had a lot of fundraising efforts to help benefit the foundation, and we give 100% proceeds of what we get directly to the foundation so they can continue to do things like bring in the educational conference and stuff in the future for them.
Well, you touched on it briefly. Give me the details on the upcoming fishing tournament so people can go out there, get out in the great outdoors, and also give back a little.
Yeah, we're doing our second annual Fishing for a Cause tournament. We had our first one last year. It was a huge success. So now we're getting into the heart of planning our second one. We're hoping it's going to be even bigger and better than it was last year. What it is, it's a boat and kayak fishing tournament, weighing in the biggest redfish, trout, and flounder, all individual categories. There's going to be prizes for boats. There's going to be prizes for kayaks. Like I said before, what Tyler and I do, it's 100% proceeds. So all the funds and donations that we get for the foundation or for the tournament go directly to the Up 21 Foundation. And if I recall correctly, last year I think we just raised over about $9,000 just from the tournament for the Up 21 Foundation. You can fish anywhere in Louisiana. There's no boundaries. You just have to be back to Lacombe, Louisiana, by 2, or weigh-in starts at 2, and you have to be in line before 4. And that's the cutoff point. Then you weigh in your fish. There's food, music. Brennan will be out there. She'll be out there talking to people, having a good time like she always does. And Tyler and I will be out there. The Up 21 Foundation board will be out there, being able to talk to people if anybody has any questions about that. So it should be a good event, and I'm looking forward to it. So
I know it's got to feel good for you to make such an immediate impact on that. I know you had a big success last year. That's got to be just so rewarding for you.
Yeah, no, it really is, and it's kind of hard to explain. Like I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Just being able to give back to people like that. It just gives you a really good feeling.
Real quickly, tell the folks where they could go for more information.
You can go to www.up21foundation.org for more information. You can call me directly at 985-778-7788. And I'll be happy to answer any of y'all's questions.
Fantastic. Cole Landry, thanks for telling us all about it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, they're the first name in physical therapy here in the greater Baton Rouge area. It's Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Take a look, everyone.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we're now starting our 15th year here in the Baton Rouge area. Of course, we're in Baton Rouge, Denham Springs, Brewley, and in Dutchtown, Geismar area as well. Started off as a single clinic back in 1999. We were over on Industrialplex Boulevard where our main office still is located. And then we've grown slowly to kind of meet the needs of our patients and the physicians in the area. We treat a lot of athletes. We treat athletes from high schools to college to professional, but a lot of the athletes we treat are everyday weekend warriors, what we call. And recreation and sports as a recreational activity has exploded in the past few years, and in the time that we've been treating patients, A lot more people are now becoming more active and participating more in sports. So at Peak Performance, we're able to treat not only athletes that are in structured competition, but we treat a lot of people who just get out on the weekends and do a lot of things that just to have fun and to try to stay in shape. Physical therapists are known for putting their hands on people. It starts with our evaluation. It moves into our treatment strategies. We do joint mobilizations, we do stretching, which is kind of the therapeutic part of massage. We do ASTEM, which is a soft tissue mobilization tools. We also do things like dry needling, which all of this involves hands-on contact between the therapist and the patient. One of the next aspects of our philosophy is the exercise and education portion of the treatment. And you know, a lot of places will give you an exercise sheet, or you can look online and you can get exercises to do. But if you really don't have a good understanding of exactly what you're trying to do and maybe why you're doing it, then it's kind of hard to follow up on those exercises and to really get the best results. Our therapists work very, very closely with specifically instructing on certain exercises, and education is a part of that. We want the patients to understand why we're doing certain exercises. We want them to understand what we're trying to get out of it and what the ultimate goal is and how we progress them. It helps a lot with our home programs. You know, a lot of therapy is compliance with home exercise. And you know, we found that if people really understand what they're doing and they're a little more actively involved in their treatment process, then the results end up being much better. One of the programs we use at Peak for our post-rehab exercise is called our exercise program, which really just refers to kind of like a prescription exercise program. And what we basically are able to do is transition patients out of a rehab setting and into an independent exercise setting with some supervision and with the knowledge of how they can progress their program and prevent their injuries from happening again, along with preventing, you know, other problems that are associated with some of the higher end programs. All of the exercise programs out there have benefits, but some of the CrossFit style programs, for a lot of people, they're a little bit high level and they can cause some injuries. So what we try to do is give people the right foundation so that they can continue their exercise program at whatever level they choose to. If you go to a physician and physical therapy is part of your treatment plan, it's kind of like a prescription that you would fill at a pharmacy. You basically have a choice as to what pharmacy you want to go to fill your prescription. Physical therapy is the same way, and a lot of people, if they know somebody, if they've been to a therapy practice before and they're comfortable with it, they are able to ask the physician to, you know, to send them to that particular practice. At Peak, we want people to know who we are and we want them to know where we are. And a lot of our business is actually repeat patients who have seen us at some time in the past and they elect to ask the physician to come back to Peak Performance again. One of the concerns that a lot of our patients have is, how do I get to therapy? I have to come 2 or 3 days a week. Really hard to fit into a busy schedule. So what we've developed over the years at Peak is basically our extended hours, where most clinics open by 7 o'clock. We're usually treating until 6 o'clock or after a lot of times. Our locations we try to spread the locations out to make it as convenient as possible, whether you're coming from home or whether you're coming from work. We try to work in any way that we can around a person's schedule so that they're able to, you know, be as compliant with the treatment program as possible. For more information on Peak Performance Physical Therapy, you can call any one of the clinic locations. They'll be glad to give you any information that you need. You can also check us out on the web at peakphysicaltherapy.com or check out our Facebook page.
When we come back on Across Louisiana, find out about getting help for those with substance abuse from the Louisiana Health and Rehab Center. Next.